think we got it. I think we got it. We'll know in a few seconds. Yep, there we go. Casey Royals subscribed for the 4th month on Twitch. Let's go. All right, yeah, our YouTube is good. I need to edit this. That is lit. The Kyle McMillan subscribed for the 5th month on Twitch. Let's go. All right. What's up, YouTube? YouTube and Twitch are now both here. Top 5 YouTubers? Am I really that high? I think I'm kind of mid. I'm just being humble. You guys know me. I know, I have to use the Animal Crossing. There's no other options. We don't get other options. I could use Minecraft music, but that would put you all to sleep. Can't do that. Here we go. I'm trying to change the thumbnail. There we go. For the YouTube. I actually made a thumbnail for a for a live stream for once. Let me add it. If I can find it. There we go. Save. I switched the. I know Casey Royals helped me. I think he helped me add a title thing so I can change my Twitch and YouTube title at once. Here it is. I think that's it. What? There we go. All right. What's up, chat? How we doing tonight? Forrest Frank is goated. I agree. What up, homeschoolers? Yep. Everyone in here must be homeschooled or else you have to leave. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You should stay and listen to what we have to say. I want you guys to be involved in these rankings. I want you true Forrest Frank fans to be honest with yourselves whether or not his songs are truly biblical or not. We're going to get into it. I have a lot of notes, so maybe you guys can take notes along with me by song. If you could pull up the lyrics with the live stream, if you have access to do that. Forrest fake? Kyle, no. Kyle, what is wrong with you? That's terrible. He's the golden boy of Christian music. You can't say that. Oh shoot. Accidentally unmuted this tab. Okay. You've been watching the podcast, and it is a 10 better than you were expecting. Thank you. The Church Chortles, if you're new here, I have a podcast along with some of my friends. You should go subscribe. Guys, tonight I have a Diet Coke, a pint of Diet Coke to be exact, just to keep us up, keep us awake, keep us moving, and I'm excited for the night. What about you guys? What are you drinking tonight? Better not be anything alcoholic. Unless you are the age of 21 years old. Here we go. New YouTubers. I already showed this to Twitch. You guys sneak peek, but check that out. We got a Minecraft lamp that my wife bought me for Christmas. So many life updates today. I ain't been live in like a month. Do I like the Chosen? I do enjoy. You're drinking water? I have my chug jug as well. I'm staying hydrated going into this new year. I've had like 200 grams of protein today. I'm feeling good. Hit a crazy leg day. Great leg day recently. Diet Coke. Yeah. You guys need to get on that Diet Coke. Actually, don't. It's not a healthy addiction. Ryan, when are you doing the exit story in Minecraft? Because I want to know. Okay, to be honest with you guys, I want to do it, and maybe it will happen, but maybe not, because it's been so long, and my friends are busy. At least to get 5 or 6 of them together, which you would need that to do Exodus, something like that, something of the production cost of that. You need a lot. Diet Coke is worse than regular Coke? Like, worse for you? Or tastes worse? Because that's debatable. I think regular Coke is probably worse for you. Now, I notice whenever I drink Diet Coke, both, no, I think regular Coke is worse. Back when they used cane sugar, maybe not, but now they use processed sugar. None of it's good. None of it's good. But when you drink Diet Coke for like a couple weeks, then normal Coke tastes worse. And when you drink normal Coke for a couple weeks, then obviously Diet tastes worse. And Coke Zero is the best of them all. Ryan, what is the next game you'll be playing for a video? I don't know. I have this Roblox idea, but I know Roblox is pretty iffy right now. Everyone's kind of dunking on them because of their terms and their filtering of how they deal with serious matters, very serious matters. They just don't have good moderation, and I should stand up for it and probably not play that on stream and promote it unless they have taken action to get better at that, which I think they have. Because they have to. Like, they're about to get sued out of their butts if they don't fix things. You met Forrest Frank? Tell me what he was like. Was he fake? Did he ask you for money? Did he ask you for spare change? Are the rumors true that he's a terrible goblin? A blood-sucking goblin? Or is he a really nice, genuine guy? I'd like to know. Do I have a Nintendo? I don't. I need to bring my Wii over here. I would love to do some Wii videos. The Wii is so fun. A Switch might be a good investment if there's some good games I could play that would fit this channel well. I've always wanted a Switch anyway. Yeah, they have a lot of lawsuits right now. It's not good. Mod my Wii to play online Mario Kart? That'd be nuts. That could be a good video. Converting people in Mario Kart. I don't know if you can, you probably can't use a mic. There's rumors that Forrest Frank is a blood-sucking goblin. Yes, guys, a lot of people think Forrest Frank is just in it for the money. If you didn't know that. I don't think that's true. I think they hated Jesus first, and now people are trying to bring Forrest down. Even lots of Christians are trying to bring him down. And there are a few things that he's done that are a little weird that I don't really agree with. But overall, I think that brother loves the Lord, and I think he is very genuine. But to each his own. Do I have a favorite Forrest Frank song? I do, but you'll have to wait for that, because we're going to get into that. Might just hop in here soon. I've chatted with you guys enough. I'm sick of hearing you guys. I'm just kidding. I'm the one asking you questions. I want to hear about your Diet Coke experiences and your Forrest Frank experiences. Got a video dropping tomorrow, by the way. The doom scrolling video that a lot of people ask for, which I actually really enjoyed making. I am, as of recently, I will say, as of recently, I've become very passionate against doom scrolling. And I was stuck in the same issue of doing it as 90% of our generation. But we all need to start advocating against that. Kyle says cap. Kyle, I have a 5-minute Instagram password or Instagram timer. And you said you'd put a timer on yours, but you never did. Messed up. Thank you, Chill Lion Reel. I appreciate that. Next video start, it will be 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow is when it is coming out. Is the music too loud or anything before we get started? I'm not ranking all of his songs. I have 24 of them laid out, ready to rank, which that's not all of them. It's most of his most popular. He also has like some pre-Christian, he was still Christian, but before he started making Christian music, and I didn't put any of those in there, obviously, because they're not biblical. He never claimed they were biblical. And then the Christmas album, I did not include any of those. But that was a good album. I really enjoyed that. Him and Jake. You guys know Jake? His partner in crime. But I guess that's probably enough dilly-dallying. You like Your Way's better? Yeah, very overplayed. It's a good song, but very overplayed. We'll get into that. That's on the list. What songs did he claim weren't biblical? I'm just talking like, it's not like they were sinful, but his songs that weren't centered around Christ. Chopping with Griff. Do we need to ban you? Or time you out? I'm timing you out for 60 seconds. I love the Christmas album. Yeah, it was pretty good. Thank you, John Gallera? John Gallera? Did I accidentally ban him? Wait. I don't think I banned him. I timed him out for 60 seconds. I don't know why it said that. He just said something not cool in chat. Bro, charge your phone. What are you doing? Are you at 5%? All right. Yeah, that's enough dilly-dallying. We're going to get into the rankings. So, here we go. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready to call out this heretic? No Longer Bound. Wow. What do you think? Oh, I need to show you the rankings. All right, hold on. Give me a second. Let me pull the thing up. Wait. Not what I meant to press. Alright, don't rank it yet. I'm not gonna read your chats yet. Give me a second. Need to add this. That is not it. What the heck? There. All right. Let me zoom in so you, or no, I need to do that. You guys can't see those stinking ads. Here are our rankings. What do you guys think of the rankings? Sweaty J, what's up, man? Welcome. A better way to do this. No, that's not it. No, I can't friend you on Fortnite, sorry. I don't even play Fortnite, to be fair. All right. Here we go. These are our rankings. Colors seem backwards. That's just how the ranking is. So it's okay. But Psalm is obviously top tier. Could be in the Bible. Could be a legit Psalm. But then we have Paul approved. Of course. If Apostle Paul approved, then it is probably a very good, very steady lyrics we have in there. Where'd my chat go? Hey, chopping with Griff, you're good, bro. You're good, bro. Don't worry about it. Theologically okay. That's kind of the mid tier, as you can expect. Then we have youth group doctrine, which is lower end. Most youth groups are kind of lacking in that department. So, youth group doctrine for our second to last, and then needs a Bible study. If this is for the songs, I don't think Forrest Frank has any completely heretical songs, but some of them are a little iffy. Some of them you do kind of need a Bible study to understand, or he needs a Bible study in order to fix some of those lyrics. So that's the basis we're going off of. So you guys know going into it. Bro, my youth group put God only knows for worship. What? I don't understand what you just said. You think God takes breaks, needs a Bible study? Ooh, that's on the list. We'll get into that. I might have some words for you. I might. We'll see. I'm just trying to set everything up on my PC ahead of time so I don't have to keep flipping back and forth between tabs. That's why it's taking me a while. So bear with me. Okay. Forrest isn't perfect, but he's good at making songs. Yeah, I agree. I think that's a good thought you have there. Okay, this is ridiculous. I have so many tabs open, it's not even funny. I am becoming impatient with myself. Okay. Okay, here we go. No Longer Bound. What do we think? No Longer Bound. It's on his first album. It's a staple. It has Holvey in it. Everyone loves Holvey. What do we think? If you haven't seen the rankings, you'll see them in a sec. I'll tell you my thoughts and then you guys can weigh in. All right. One of the lines is, "You came to set us free, I am no longer bound." That's the main chorus, right? It takes up about half the stock in this entire song. It's repetitive, but it is still very biblical. And y'all know what my favorite verse is. Y'all know what my favorite verse is. I've said it a few times. Romans 6:22. "But now that we have been set free from sin, we have become slaves of God. The benefit we reap leads to holiness, and the result is eternal life." So this is a very biblical line. We are no longer bound to our sin, but instead set free, right? And then he says this line, "Every day I wake up feeling blessed, but even if I don't, I see it as a test." I don't really like that line because he says, every day I wake up feeling blessed, but even if I don't. So he's contradicting what he said. He says every single day of his life, he's waking up feeling blessed, but even if I don't, why would he feel the need to say even if I don't if he's always feeling blessed? So this is just a rare complaint. Most of his songs don't do anything like this. It's not really against the Bible, but it's just a personal thing against it. I think he just said that to rhyme. Now, I love Holvey, but he confused me when he said this in the song. He says, "I was Timmy Turner, always chasing after Vicky, Remember the specifically? No, the has nothing to do with it. But if you remember, if you are a 2000s kid, you watched Fairly Odd Parents growing up. Timmy Turner was not always chasing after Vicky. That was the mean babysitter that he was always trying to get away from. He was always chasing after that one little brunette girl. I forget what her name was, but he had a crush on her. But this, I don't know what he really means by this lyric. If someone could explain that to me, that would be great. Oh, my chat is not showing. Hold on. Here we go. Oh, why is it black? Ugh. You can't really see it. Is that the right chat? Oh, there we go. All right, that's the good chat. Sorry. Now you guys are live on YouTube because this is going to be a YouTube video as well. The black hair girl. Yes, he's always after her. He's not after... Her name's Trixie? No, her name's not Trixie. That's ridiculous. Maybe it's a metaphor for how foolish and unreasonable he was in the past? No, but Timmy was never after Vicky. That's the thing. That doesn't make any sense. But this is a Holvey complaint, not a Forrest Frank complaint. Now, I love Holvey. Again, trust me. Trust me. But, Holvey, if you're watching this, please respond. I need a lyric breakdown. The rest of Holvey's verse is pretty solid, all things considered. So, now that we're here, let's hear some of your thoughts. All approved. What are we talking about? Dino Nuggets asked. The girl fairy. No, I don't think you guys even... I don't think any of you guys are old enough to watch Fairly Odd Parents. You guys don't even know who Vicky is. Where are we putting this song? No Longer Bound. It's got some good qualities, I will say. I'm gonna put it right down in the middle to start us off. I think that's a good spot for it, to be honest. I think that's fair. All right, we're gonna move on. What do we think of the song Up? Up! Exclamation point by Forrest Frank. This is a big one with Caleb Gordon. I was down, but now I'm up. Great movie mid-song. I can get behind that. The song's just okay. But theologically, what are we thinking? Bible study, the song is Cheeks? Okay, chill. We can't just start throwing stuff willy-nilly in Bible study just because you don't like the song. Caleb Gordon, mid-rapper. Let's not attack these other artists. Let's not even attack Forrest. That's not what this is for. I want to preface, I am a huge Forrest Frank fan before I start dogging on any more of his songs. Oh, Alfred's back there, by the way. You guys see Alfred? He's a sweetie. A lot of mixed emotions on this song, actually, in chat. Okay. I'm gonna give you guys my notes. Thank you guys for saying hello to Alfred. He really appreciates that. So, up. He says, I was down, but now I'm up. Very biblical, right? We were dead inside. We were dead to our sin. Then Jesus said, you must be born again. That's in John 3. He's talking to Nicodemus. Very biblical line. So, then he says, this all God, this ain't no luck. Right? That's good. I like that a lot. Luck doesn't exist. Whenever you say you're a lucky person, you should say you're blessed. Enough with that lucky nonsense. That's not biblical. Now, Caleb Gordon absolutely cooks in this song, but some of it is gibberish. It sounds good, it sounds cool, but some of it's gibberish. He says, when I'm on the beat like an old man's lawn, better keep off. When I'm on the beat, it's like an old man's lawn. You better keep off. That's what he says. That sounds kind of cool and all, Caleb, but it's kind of rude. It's kind of mean. Like, you should share the track with your buddies. You should share the track more. Be a little open to that. Then Caleb Gordon says, let me find it. He says, got clouds on my feet like Jack in the Beanstalk. What? What does that mean? He says, did it with a purpose, didn't need a permit, mind your business, not who I worship. Probably thought it was a bluff till I went and put it where? And then it goes back to the chorus. It says, I'm down, but now I'm up. Caleb's second half, his second half of his verse makes up for the first half. Those last few lines are pretty good. But why the heck's he talking about Jack and the Beanstalk? He says, got clouds on my feet like Jack and the Beanstalk. I'm so confused. I need help deciphering this. But what do you guys think? Those are my notes. And I don't dislike Caleb Gordon. He's not my favorite Christian rapper, but I don't dislike him. Don't get me wrong. You can't just say it's bars and I wouldn't understand. Explain it then. Explain it to me. Youth group doctrine? I'm kind of with you. Probably climbing on the beanstalk, but he doesn't make that clear to me. He doesn't make it clear to me that he's climbing up the beanstalk to get closer to God. Not to mention the Tower of Babel. You ever heard? You're not supposed to try to physically get closer to God. That is, climb to get there, because that's not how it works. Heaven's a different dimension, brother. It's Connor Price? Oh, well, this changes everything. Caleb Gordon's on the other one. Well, which one's he on? I'm sorry, guys. I forgot. Let me fact check that. Oh, he's in God is Good. Caleb Gordon's in God is Good. Oh, I just fumbled. It doesn't really matter. Jack and the Beanstalk doesn't make any sense. All right, I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this song. Where are you at? I think I'm going to go Youth Group Doctrine just because of that Jack and the Beanstalk line. Forrest Frank's part was pretty good. I get it. He's trying to go up spiritually. But I didn't like the Jack and the Beanstalk. All right? No way you guys are saying Paul approved. That's crazy. All right. Next up. More Than a Feeling. Ooh, what are we thinking about this? I really like this song. Guys, remember also, you can't just give everything a high ranking. Even if you're a Forrest Frank superfan. He was my most listened to artist last year. I can't put everything that high up. Then what's the point in the video? Fire song. If you haven't heard this song, you need to listen to it. Get a little notepad out next to you and write down all these songs that I recommend. Because after the stream, you should go listen to them. I can't play them on the stream. It'd be copyright and I'd probably get banned. I don't think I'd get banned, actually. It would just take all my money. And I'm like Forrest Frank, and I want my money. So I can't do that. Let me tell you my notes on More Than a Feeling. The first verse is fantastic. Talks on how Forrest was a wandering blind man, like a wandering whimsical wizard, if you would, a wandering traveler. But then God called his name. So let me get a little preachy here. The whole theme is that God is not a feeling. So he says, you're more than a feeling because I see you with my eyes. You're the living sacrifice. This goes especially for us non-denominational fellas. We get so caught up in the feeling of Christianity, the feeling and the spiritual highs at church camp after you get at church camp, that all the discipline goes out the window when that spiritual high fades. It's more than a feeling. God is more than a feeling. It's not about your spiritual highs that you feel. I think Forrest Frank is making that clear. Forrest Frank is a Catholic, confirmed. This is the problem with relationship versus religion. I think it's both, if you ask me. It's both. If you aren't on your spiritual high, and that's the only thing making you follow God, then you're going to stop following him after that high's over. That's called being planted on rocky soil. Jesus made a parable about that. So I love this song. That's what this song speaks to me. What do you guys think? I think Paul would write this. Yeah, I agree. Forrest goes to an evangelical church, I thought. Yes, he does. I was joking. Forrest is not Catholic. Let me not spread misinformation. But it is a win for Catholics that I think saying relationship over religion is stupid. I think this is Paul approved at least. At least. It does sound like something Paul would say. So I think that's a good spot. Listen, guys, I'm not Catholic. Don't get me wrong. Diet Coke break. All right. Next up. God is good. Now this one is the one with Caleb Gordon. That's my bad, guys. I disrespected Caleb. Good job, Forrest. God is good all the time. Very, very whimsical title. It was a very deep title he decided on. How do you guys not know this song? This is a big one. Oh, the TikTok music playing in the background? That's not TikTok music. That's Animal Crossing music. Don't disrespect Animal Crossing. Oh, that's not Animal Crossing. It shuffled to the wrong thing. Okay. Hopefully I didn't get copyrighted for that. But here's the Animal Crossing music again. If he ain't, then you lying. Yes. Very good lyric. Honestly, I put it in youth group. Really? Really? I don't know. I think this is a solid song. Let's go over my notes. All right. The main line in the song is obviously, God is good all the time. Then he takes a drop in quality. Forrest says, some days be the best. Some days be the worst. That doesn't flow well at all. If you've heard this song, I really despise that part. But that has nothing to do with the Bible. So he recovers a little bit. He says, guess what? You woke up today. That's true. I'm here, Forrest. That's true. Put a big smile on your face. I agree with that. I love the message that even though you'll have bad days, those are still days that God woke you up. I really like that. So, we also got... Now, Caleb is interesting here. Yeah, Jonathan Kidd in chat. That's what I was about to bring up. He talks about popping his chain. I'll just read the lyrics. And actually, I enjoy Caleb in this song. Caleb says, popped out them chains when I popped out that book. Say that one name, watch how demon get shook. That's pretty fire. Lucy need to chill, cause he don't run this, my dog. Lies from the snake, had to punt it, my dog. Ooh, sheesh. Caleb. Okay, I actually really like this verse. I think he cooks here. I think he absolutely cooks, and he makes up for Forrest's weak bar earlier when he says, what do you say? Some days be the best, some days be the worst. That's real groundbreaking stuff, Forrest. Thanks for that. Let's look at some of your guys' opinions. What's up, Casey Royals? Didn't know if you were here. I know you subbed earlier, but... All approved? Mid? I think... I don't know. It's hard to rate this one. Psalm, because it coincides with Psalm 100? What's Psalm 100? Tell me. Lucifer actually isn't the name for Satan if you dive deeper into the world, so we gotta stop giving the devil the nickname Lucy. I think you're right. I don't think the devil, or Lucifer's not mentioned once in the Bible. But, I mean, it's not really, I don't know. I've never thought about it as like an issue to call him Lucifer. But you might have some backing there. All right, we gotta figure this out. This is my ranking, so I get to decide. I get to make the final decision. And I think, again, this isn't even my favorite Forrest song, but I think the bars are good. So I think it's Paul approved. I think it lines up with the Bible pretty well, except the Lucy line. So next up, Rich Man. What do you guys think of this? Very bold title to make for a guy that consistently gets ridiculed for faking religion for money. Very interesting title, Forrest. This song basically just talks about how Forrest's net worth is worthless and he will end up dirt. His money will end up dirt, which his real value is in heaven and being a child of the Most High. Actually, I really like this song. We don't need to spend too much time on it. I'll get your opinions real quick. Psalm, no debate. Should this be our first psalm? I'm not against that. I really like this song. Because it's not Forrest just flexing on me that he owns millions of dollars. It's him talking about his real worth that's found in Jesus Christ. What are we thinking? It's at least Paul approved. I'm considering Psalm. Oh, I think chat's liking it. All right, I'll do it. Was my chat not turned on for this? There we go. I'm glad that we can all agree on that. It's a very great song. Next up, Good Day by Forrest Frank. Now, this is the type of song people are thinking of when they say Forrest Frank has toxic positivity. I understand what they mean. This is not my favorite song. I'm sorry, guys. I don't want to offend anyone, but I don't like this song. This is like one of the few songs not making it into the playlist. You guys are defending this song pretty well. I better get some good reasoning. Let me explain. So the theme is that Forrest is going to have a good day no matter what. God who made the universe knows me by my name. That's what he says. That's one of the lines. That's the best line in the song. I like that. I like that the God that created the mountains and the valleys knows my name. That's good. That does put a smile on my face. But I just can't get behind, I'm about to have a good day in every single way. That's like the main line in the song. He says, in every single way, I'm going to have a good day. Good day. I understand that it's poetry, okay? But it's okay to admit that you do have to walk through valleys. God made the valleys. We walk through them from time to time. So, if the sky is shining and the birds are singing, that's a nice and lovely sentiment. But if I also accidentally shoot icy hot in my eye during track practice, not every single thing in the day is good. That's a true story. That happened to me once. It was not the best day. It was still a good day, I guess, because I was alive and the God of the universe knows my name, but not in every single way. No, that icy hot really hurt. And then I went to the doctor. It was a whole ordeal, the emergency room, and they put something in my eye to clean my eye, and that ended up fracturing my eye. It's called an abrasion when it makes a little cut in your eye. The doctor made it worse. So no, not every single thing in the day is good. I disagree, Forrest. Because sin is in the world. I hope you guys understand. I don't want to complain too much. Again, I'm generally a positive person. But just saying every single thing in the day is good? No. Jesus isn't mentioned enough, too unrealistic? Hey, I agree with that. Today is the day the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. That is a psalm. Yes, that's very good. But he picked that piece. He said, oh, I like this piece of scripture. That's very biblical. And then he added some stupid human wisdom. I don't like it. I get what you guys are saying. It is a good day regardless. If I have breath in my lungs and I'm still here, it's a good day. But it's not a good day in every single way. So, I'm very passionate about this. I think this is youth group doctrine. Maybe even needs a Bible study. I think I'll go youth group doctrine. It is very youth group-esque. The toxic positivity. Also, it's not toxic. I hate when people say that. I hate when people say Forrest Frank is toxically positive. That brother has the joy of the Lord. That is a good thing. But that's youth group doctrine for sure. Sorry, guys. You can say that's an L take. I don't care. You have to make hard choices. Not everything can be ranked high. What'd Kyle say? Someone said amen, Kyle? I don't see Kyle's chat. Anyway. I'm hating on all your favorite songs. We've only gone over like 5, first off. And I've only put 2 in a lower tier. Alfred? What? He's borfing. Yeah, buddy. All right. Say hi if you see this. Hi. What are you barking at, boy? Guess you want to say hi to you guys. Next up. Never get used to this. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. What do we think? What do we think? Bro, his dog's name's Alfred W. Yes, his name is Alfred. Boys, I could talk about this song for hours. This is by far and wide, my favorite song by Forrest. Okay, I'm glad chat is approving. Chat is agreeing. My brother played this in front of me, and this is the Forrest Frank song. I kind of thought Forrest was cringe before I heard this. This is the song that made me like dive into his music, and it instantly made me fall in love with his music. So this turned me into a toxically positive individual, I guess. And I'm not afraid to say it. Yeah, everyone's agreeing. I'm not going to spoil any lines in this song. If you haven't heard it, it's a spiritual experience. You need to go listen to it for yourself. Okay. Okay, yeah, chat agrees. Easily a psalm. Easiest psalm that you'll see in the video, I think. All right, next up. Ups and Downs. We're moving to the deluxe album that Forrest posted. Ups and Downs. This is a big favorite too by a lot of people, I believe. This song's an absolute banger. Let me tell you my notes. I know you guys are, I already know you guys are gonna like this song. This is a great song. He says, don't stop now. There's more to life than what you got right now. I know you about to fall apart right now. But God is with you in the ups and downs, the ups and downs. He says it twice, putting emphasis on it. This is what people are calling toxic positivity. Are you serious? Are you serious? You guys are just negative and don't lean on God. Not you guys, the people who are saying that. Now there's a line in here about feeling alone and having to fake a smile. I love the realness in that, but still at the end of the day, you lean on God anyway. That is great. Yep, everyone's saying psalm. All right. We don't have to complicate it. We don't have to take any more time. Pretty easy psalm, I will say. Now, Heaven on This Earth. I think this one's pretty underrated. If you guys haven't heard this one. It's one of the more like trappy, one of the more rappy songs that Forrest does. Never heard of it? I don't understand why this one's so underrated. I don't get it. Abiotic, see you later. I don't know how to say your name, but I appreciate you being here. Youth group? Really? This song is a banger, someone said. Guys, this is a great song. Am I gonna rank Josiah Queen songs? He's dropping tonight? What? What's he dropping? Is he dropping an album or just a song? There's no way he has an album. He just dropped an album. Either way. Let's get into the song. Heaven on This Earth. It talks about Forrest taking a break and then getting back to work. So we here on the Ryan Wright channel are big supporters of the fourth commandment. Anyone know what that is? It's the Sabbath. So Jesus didn't delete the Sabbath while he was here. Then he says, Forrest says, hell gonna burn like third degree if you know your history. Ooh! Ooh, that is not the good day Forrest that I recall. Then he says, I went independent and started repenting and cut out that fake. I'll say it like he sings it. I went independent and started repenting. That's pretty fire. That's pretty gas. Definitely Paul approved. Definitely Paul approved that line at least. And then Tori Deshawn, who's featured on the song, says, horoscopes and dream catchers tell me, is it working? No, it's not working. He's calling out the crazy people that use those things. That's a bar. Very Apostle Paul-esque. I appreciate Tori Deshawn for that. I think we can go ahead. At least Paul approved. Definitely Paul approved. Very tough lines in that song. I really like it. All right, next up. God takes breaks. Someone had a strong opinion on this earlier in the stream. Someone said this needs a Bible study. I mean, personally, I do need a Bible study to understand this in depth. But it's pretty easy to understand. You learn this in Sunday school. If you've read, no, literally, you could have quit your Bible in a year plan. You could have quit your Bible in a year plan after day 1 and still learned this. Still learned that this is accurate. God takes breaks. Purdue is 16-1. Amen, brother. Purdue's on top. You see Purdue Pete back there or back there? I want to know what you guys think of this. Why is it Bible study? Why? Why? He takes rests, not breaks. There's a difference. Can you explain the difference? I'm genuinely wondering. Oh, by the way, Josiah Queen merch, I have it on. I was kind of covering that, but I don't know. I need a Bible study. Hey, me too, man. Me personally, I need a Bible study. But does this song need a Bible study? I don't know. What is the difference between a break and a rest? I mean, he took rest because his work was done at the time and the world was sinless. But now that sin's in the world, you don't think he takes rest? Huh. No, I disagree with that. Because when he was here, it was the Sabbath. And, well, no, not the Sabbath. He was it the Sabbath? I think it was the Sabbath, and he was eating with the apostles, and they were supposed to be fasting. But instead, they were just enjoying each other's company and rest. So Jesus rested, and Jesus is God. Rest is, okay, Chuck says, rest is what he did on the 7th day. A break is something you need to do because you're tired and need to regenerate. Rest is the same thing, brother. You don't, but no. I disagree with that. You don't rest every time because you need to rest. Some people just rest to rest. Some people just rest because they've done good hard work. Now I could go and do even more work, but I'm going to treat myself, so I'm going to rest. Does God need to treat himself? I don't know. That is a very theologically complicated question. But he does rest, and I think in this song it is very clear that rest and break are synonyms, are synonym, They're cinnamon. I think theologically okay. It's comforting, but then again, it has no other meaning but they're there. Go to sleep, bro. It's okay. I think that's fair. This isn't a crazy song by any means. I don't want to drag this out anymore. I think it's just theologically okay. I don't think it's anything crazy. Cinnamon rolls? Yes. No, I'm hungry. Kind of have to pee. That Diet Coke's running straight through me. All right, next up. Beautiful as You. He says, I have never seen nothing beautiful as you. Very factual, if you guys didn't know. God is the most beautiful thing imaginable. And then Forrest says, sunsets taking notes from you. I enjoy that visualization a lot. A little complaint I have, Forrest talks about just forgetting everything that he has to do in life, even his name. He forgot his name somehow. I understand the concept. Don't get me wrong. I understand the concept, but it just seems a little forced in order to rhyme. That's my thing with this song. I really like this song. I really do. It's just not the most theologically sound, I don't think. I'll hear you guys out. I'll hear you out. We got some people defending it right now. Waffles or pancakes? I'd say usually pancakes, but I think the best waffle beats the best pancake, if that makes sense. Sunsets taking notes from you? God literally made sunsets? I low-key thought he was talking about a girl. Brother, how did you think he was talking about a girl? Doesn't make sense. I guess I could see how you got there. I'm so cooked. I know like 4 of these songs, not a Forrest Frank listener. That's okay. He's not everyone's cup of joe. Casey Royals is back again. Casey Royals, what do you think of this song? I think it's a good song. I just think it's a little theologically weak. But I'm willing to hear you out. It doesn't look like anyone has many opinions on this, so I'm just going to do whatever I want. Beautiful as You. I'm going to say it's youth group doctrine. Ow, I'm struggling. I'm going to say it's youth group doctrine just because you can't rank everything up here. It'd be a boring ranking. Now, nothing's down here yet because Forrest Frank is a very sound dude. He's a Christian, if you guys didn't know. I think he's a real Christian, unlike what other people say. All right, let's move on. Your Way's Better. We are now on to his second Child of God album, Child of God 2. Really groundbreaking name there. Before you guys say anything, no, I am not going to do the dance to this song. Casey Rose said, do the dance. Brother, I will say this, the dance is cringe. The dance is cringe. The song's not bad on its own. Psalm, everyone is saying Psalm. I don't know. Check this out. I learned the dance for you guys, actually. Is this it? Your way's better. Uh-oh, your way's better. Oh, Lord, your way's better. Jesus, your way's better. Is that it? Am I doing it? Am I doing it? Someone said sit back down. Yeah. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Guys, that's not the dance. That was the Macarena. Classic. Anyway, back to the actual song. Sit back down is crazy. That is wild. I don't blame you. Have y'all never done the Macarena? Am I unk? Macarena is absolute banger. Gotta be Psalm. Just look at the lyrics. All right, let me get in my notes. Before, okay. The margarita. It's not the margarita. It's the Macarena. Is Macarena margarita in Spanish? Never thought of it. No, margarita is margarita in Spanish. Why did you call that song the Margarita? Am I tripping? I need to quit thinking about the margarita. All right. Forrest says, when I'm overwhelmed within from the weight of all my sin, I need a friend to call my own. That is straight gas. I really like that. John 15:13 says, greater love has no one than this, that someone laid down his life for his friends. So, Forrest says, I need a friend to call my own. Jesus says we are his friends, and he will lay his life down for us if we do his work, the work of the Father. So, I like that. Then Jesus says, or not Jesus, then Forrest says, everything you say making waves like a jet ski. What? What? What does that mean? Everything you say making waves like a jet ski? I get he's got this surfer vibe going. He's got this beachy vibe. This blonde guy vibes. But he forced jet ski in there. That wasn't necessary. I don't like that line. Caleb Madden says, who knows? Makes sense to me. That's pretty funny. I don't know. I think he just did that to rhyme. Then he says, you love every part of me, even when I was messy. Ooh. Ooh. Chat. I gotta say some stuff. It's not true. God hates sin. I understand what he meant. Again, it's poetry. God loves the entirety of me, even when I'm a sinner. But the way he phrases it, he says, you love every part of me, even when I was messy. Man, every part of me, my sin was part of me when I was a sinner. And God didn't love that. So, Kyle says, cringe song. Yeah, I kind of agree. And that line alone takes it down a notch or two. Because God hates sin. We can't be normalizing sin out here. And the chorus is your way's better. And that's biblical. That's easy. But that one line kind of brings it down, guys. I know you guys are all basic and this is all of your favorite song. Literally the most played Forrest Frank song. So all of you want it here, right? But guess what? This is my live stream. Ooh, should I do it? Should I tick people off? Should I? Okay, it's youth group doctrine. It's not quite this bad, but it's youth group doctrine. I'm not afraid to say it. I'm not. I'm gonna catch some heat for that. Do you think we should say Jehovah? It's a man-made word. Well, most words are man-made, brother. Except Yahweh, which God said that's his name. No, there's nothing wrong with saying Jehovah. No, absolutely not. I'm not hating, guys. I'm not hating. It's overplayed. It is not. There's no way you can convince me that this is a top 5, top 10 Forrest song, and it's the most played one. And I'm glad it's reaching people. I'm glad it is. All right? But it's overplayed. It's not that good. And it's theologically complicated when he says, God loves every part of me, even my sin. He doesn't phrase it like that, but you know what he meant. This is theologically based. That's why I said that. If he didn't have that one line in there, then I would have had it up at least one spot. Probably 2 spots. It probably would have been Paul approved until he said that. Why are you talking about Jurassic World Dominion in the comments? Oh, that's why he's talking about it. I remember. Because I mentioned how much I hated that movie a while ago. That was like half a year ago. How do you remember this? Terrible movie, though. Oh, my buddy's calling me. Hello? I'm live right now. They can all hear you. Yeah, they can hear you.
Oh.
I'm ranking Forrest Frank's music. What do you think about Your Way's Better?
Listen, I don't really I don't have TikTok and my Reels. I was like, I could be confident and say that I don't scroll on Reels that much, but recently it's been pretty bad. But when that song was popular and people were dancing to it, I didn't scroll that much. Yeah. So it's not overplayed for me. So with that in mind, it is pretty gas with it not being overplayed for social media.
That's fair. So he says he hasn't heard the song much, so it's still fresh for him. But what do you think about it theologically? Is it pretty good? What do you think about the line that says that God loved every part of me, even when I was messy?
See, it's a very good one. One of my top tier songs is definitely Lemonade.
Lemonade? He said his favorite song's Lemonade. He's cringe.
No, I'm not, bro. That song's gas.
No, I actually do enjoy that song. It's a little cringe, but I do enjoy it.
You have your streamer tone on. It's really bothering me.
My what?
Your streamer tone.
Oh, sorry. It's my streamer voice. It's my streamer voice.
Yeah. Also, I listen to him like quarantine.
Quarantine?
So surfaces.
Listen to Surfaces, okay.
So compared to that, like theology, however you say it, compare that to who he is now, it's very good.
Oh, yeah.
Because Surfaces was uplifting, but he said in a podcast with George Janko that when he was Surfaces, he had uplifting music. It wasn't bad, but it was music that included God and not for God.
That's right. He's a lot more sound now.
I don't really listen to him at all anymore. I overplayed him. I did an oopsie.
That's fair.
There'll be a time, though, when I want to listen to him again.
Well, did you need anything urgent?
No, I kind of just wanted to chat.
Did you get your fix of chatting? You can join my stream and chat if you want.
Okay. I have a question.
Okay.
So, you don't think that flowers could... it's not very windy out. Do you think they could fly off the hood of a Jeep? Because I got my girlfriend flowers, and I, put them on the hood of her car while she was at work. But, what if do you think someone would rob flowers?
No. When'd she get off?
8:30?
You'll probably be fine. It is pretty windy, though.
No, it is not.
Oh, is it not? It was earlier.
I don't think so. Crap.
All right, you're probably fine.
It's 10 o'clock, and I'm wondering why she hasn't texted me about the flowers. It's because they flew off into a different town.
My chat said W boyfriend.
Thanks, guys.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go.
Okay, I reckon I'll let you go.
Love you, brother.
Can I tell the stream a joke?
If it's appropriate.
It is appropriate.
Okay.
So I saw in the news that the makers of the wooden yardstick are no longer they're not gonna make it any longer.
All right, thank you for your time, Colton. I'll let them decipher that.
Okay.
See you, buddy. Did you guys hear his joke? He saw in the news. It's a great joke. The makers of the wooden yardstick aren't going to make it any longer. Pretty sad news, right? Yeah, he told me that the other night. I had no idea. I had no idea what he was talking about, and then it hit me. Anyway, we're going to move on to Forrest Frank. What's next? B.I.G. This one's not as known either, I don't think. But if you know it, put your input. I'll give you my notes. Forrest says, how is it that every problem feels so small? So back to what I was saying earlier, I get it. The joy of the Lord. But psychologically, no, not every problem feels so small. Like when comparing it to Christian issues, not every problem feels small. Christians being martyred in Nigeria, that's not small. Sorry to get serious on you, but that's not small. Protestants, Catholics, and Eastern Orthodox arguing over stupid stuff, saying that the other person isn't saved. That's not small stuff. That's not a small issue. All right? We're getting political here. Those people are more focused on winning people over to their denomination, and they're not focused on bringing an atheist to Jesus. That's not good. That's a big problem. That's a big problem, all right? What are you guys saying? Why do you keep spamming the word Kentucky in chat? I'm gonna time you out. I want to hear your thoughts on this song. Okay, he's getting timed out. Just 60 seconds. The lyrics can't tell in L-I-E makes it's. Yeah, I think you got that wrong. It says can't tell an L-I-E, not him L-I-E. But you're right. Either way, that doesn't make sense grammatically. Stop spamming state names. Someone's saying Texas now. Thank you, Casey Royals. Appreciate that. I'm getting a lot of youth groups in chat. I got another point. He says, my God is B-I-G, my sin is R-I-P, he calls me C-O-G, meaning child of God. And he says, oh yeah, he's a big God. This song is so corny, but very, very catchy. Very catchy. I can't help but smile when I hear it, I will have to admit. In conclusion, in comparison to his other songs, it's a little theologically weak. It's definitely, hate to say it, definitely, this is like the staple of youth group theology, I think. Youth group doctrine. I really like this song again. It's just a little weak. It's a little weak. What is wrong with you people? What's wrong with you? South Dakota? Why would you even think of that one? It's okay. Let's move on. Ooh, up next, we got No L's. That was actually, fun fact, I was at the very first concert that he performed this live. Me and Kyle were. Really liked this song. It was unreleased at the time. So, I'm kind of biased with it. I want to put that out there. I'm a little biased towards this song. This song gets me so hyped. It says, we ain't taking no L's, saints breaking out of cells. So, when Peter and John were in jail, they literally just walked out. Like an angel opened the door, they just walked out. Peter does it again later, in a few chapters later, alone. So, Acts 5:19, I have it pulled up. But during the night, an angel of the Lord opened the doors of the jail and brought them out. Peter and John. That is sick. And that's what he's implementing into this song. This song gave me chills, obviously, the first time I heard it live. But even to this day, it still does. Not psalm? Maybe it's not a psalm. Is at least Paul approved. At least. And then, also, guys, listen to this. Forrest Frank says, we seeing W's all in the chat. Let's spam some W's right now. Let's spam some Ryan Wright emotes. Let's spam the W's in the chat. Now, I'm not going to move on until I see them. Yes, sir. Ninjago Vibes Psalms? Ninjago Vibes Psalms. What does that mean? Paul approved doesn't seem like something David would exactly say. Yeah, I guess not. I guess not. Thanks for all the W's, guys. This is definitely one of my favorite Forrest Frank songs, probably in my top 5. And I'm not going to be a crazy person and put it top tier, but I think it'd be Paul approved, so. Now this next song. Oh wait, no, not Happy. Outside. Happy's next. Next song is Outside. So there's one line in the song that I immediately put. There's one line in the song that immediately puts it on Psalm tier. It says, "Go outside and put my bare feet on the lawn." Boys, do you know what that means? Forrest Frank is a grounder. He is a grounder. I'm a large fan of grounding myself, if you guys didn't know that. Are you guys grounders? Let me know. When you get those dogs on the ground, you instantly feel more connected with creation, with God's creation. My backing for this is Exodus 3, verse 5. God says, "Do not come any closer." It's during when Moses sees the burning bush. He says, "Do not come any closer. Take your sandals off, for the place you are standing is holy ground." So Moses was at the burning bush. We know that Jesus has overcome the world. So now, today, in 2026, is everything holy ground since Jesus overcame the world? I don't know. I don't know. Either way, grounding makes me feel more connected with God. Should we be defaulted to grounding everywhere we go instead of wearing shoes? Probably not the streets of Indianapolis, because you will step on a needle. But in general, if I'm on my lawn, I ought to be grounding. People are saying bars. I hope you guys, this is another underrated one. I hope all of you have heard this. I am putting it in Psalm because of that grounding bar. Fire Exodus pull. Oh, wait. Oh, I'm an idiot. Whoops. I meant happy. I said happy. But outside is the next one. I think I had outside pulled up, but I was talking about happy, so I'm fine. You guys know what I meant? This song, Outside, I doubt many of you have heard this one. I feel like this one's never talked about. What do you guys think of Outside? It's confusing. All right, I'm gonna go over my notes. This song doesn't directly mention Christianity. I want to preface that, but the theme is connecting with the outdoors. That does lead you to a healthier relationship with Christ. I love this song, but there's one line in it that instantly puts it in youth group theology. It says, "Feeling like a kid, teeth stained with Jello." Brother, what? I understand the sentiment. But Jello sucks. I hate Jello. Also, does it actually stain your teeth? Does Jello stain your teeth? Does anyone know? Have any of you eaten Jello within the past year of your life? I don't know. I'm genuinely wondering. I don't remember. The last time I ate Jello was when I was 6 years old and had a sore throat. I would never recreationally eat Jello. Someone said no. It doesn't actually stain your teeth? Oh, someone said, yeah, I had a green teeth and tongue. Really? I'm a little biased. Are you kidding me? Are you serious? That's ridiculous. I'm very biased. Someone just said they ate Jell-O today and that their teeth aren't stained. Boys, that's enough evidence for me. It's enough evidence for me. It needs a Bible study. I really like that song, by the way. It doesn't say anything about Jesus. Yes, I am a little biased boy. Guys, don't be offended. I'm not ranking these by how much I like them. All right, next up. Oh, we already did Happy. Next up, Drop. Now, this is a fan favorite, if I've ever seen one. I've got some very interesting things to say about Drop. I love this song, but it's weak. That's exactly what my point is. Let me go in. Someone said Dilla. Oh, it's Kyle. Yeah, I hate that. I'll get into that. Drop. Okay, so this is Forrest Frank's most hyped song. Not even a question. One of my favorites. It's in my top 5. Remember, guys, this is not a personal liking ranking. So, it says, God gave me the keys, so I'm locking in. Catholics? Catholics cover your ears? Forrest claims to receive the keys that belong to Peter? Little blasphemous, don't you think? That's a bold claim. But don't all believers gain the Holy Spirit as well as authority over sin when they accept Jesus and direct access to God? So do I have the keys? Do I have the keys? Does Forrest Frank have the keys? Did God bestow the keys upon Forrest? I don't know. I don't know. And I'm just going to leave it at that because I think that's the funniest answer I can give because nobody's happy. The Catholics aren't happy. The Protestants aren't happy. Happy. Nobody wins. So, sorry, Catholics. Forrest has the keys and he's boasting about it. Pope Frank. All right. Anyway, next up. Not next song. My next point on this song. This song is all about how Forrest is trying to become more humble. He's already flexed about having the keys that only Peter's supposed to have, apparently. Then he hits us with this backhanded statement, sold that Range Rover, deuces, I don't miss that. That's pretty backhanded. I've never been able to afford a Range Rover. And then he says something about, I put on my J's, you already know the Dilla. So he's flexing on me with his J's and his Range Rover. And then he uses the phrase Dilla instead of deal. He's trying to act like he's cool. He's trying to act like he's from Compton. Guys, I don't know about this. This doesn't seem very theologically strong. I think the humility gets lost in translation here. I need my own personal Bible study after listening to these lyrics, and I think Forrest does too. I'm glad chat pretty much all agrees on this. Very catchy song, gets me hyped, gets me going, but definitely needs a Bible study. Everyone agrees. Everyone agrees. I'm sorry. Again, I love that song, but it's weak theologically. Next up, we got Testimony. Yes, I included this, and it's not even a real song. It's not even a song. I'm going over Mr. Frank's testimony. So, it's funny that I'm literally judging a man's testimony. It opens with, the Bible says there's power in testimony. That's what Forrest Frank claims, which is very true. Revelation 12, verse 11 says, they overcome him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. Very good. Very good. Then he goes on with a pretty boring standard testimony. He was raised in church. He drifted off when he went to college, and then he came back. And he decided that Jesus was the only answer. And I say it was boring, but I say that kind of ironically because there is so much power in this kind of testimony. This is the most common testimony you hear, but it is so powerful to be raised in a Christian household. It's so powerful to have Jesus, misplace him, lose him, and then come back to him. I'd rather you stay with him. Don't go out and beef up your testimony. You don't have to do that. I don't want you to do that. But it's very powerful when people come back to God. I was joking about it being basic. That's pretty much that's very similar to my testimony. I was joking when I said that. Just to get that out of the way. Everyone's saying Psalm. I don't think you can't really judge this guy's testimony. You can't say it's anything lower than that. But it's not a song. So should it be in Psalms? Sure. Why not? Oh, I accidentally muted. I don't know how that happened. How long ago did I mute? So I was talking about how I love Alfred a lot. He's killed a lot of chickens in his life. He's killed lots of chickens. I don't know how, did he accidentally hit a button on my stream deck? It was very strange. Washington, Texas, Oklahoma. All right, we're gonna move on. Home. The last song on Child of God 2. This song is a hard hitter. It's not your typical Forrest Frank hype song, happy song. I mean, it is happy. It's just not the same upbeat. So something interesting. I actually had a complete misunderstanding of this song until today. When I was prepping for this, I listened through all the lyrics. I had the lyrics on the screen and I was reading them. So we'll talk about that a little bit. So one of the lines says, "Fell down 1,000 times." And that reminds me of a proverb. My favorite proverb says, "For though the righteous fall 7 times, they rise again, but the wicked stumble when calamity strikes." So the righteous man continues to get back up after they fall. That's Proverbs 24:16. I love that verse. Then Forrest says, "Believed a million lies, choosing everyone to blame but me." No, he says, "Believed a million lies, choosing everyone but me to blame." And that reminds me of how Satan uses half-truths to deceive people, all right? In our selfishness and sin, we fail to recognize our own error. It says, choosing everyone but me to blame. That's what you do when you listen to lies. It's like when you call everyone else out for their sin, but don't even see yours. You don't treat yours as serious. And then Forrest says, and there in the distance, I see your existence, holding a ring and robe. And that is what I was confused on. Every time I had heard this song before, I thought it says, this is how he kind of says it. And there in the distance, I see your existence. And then he says, holding a ring and robe. But I thought he said, Hosanna something. But no, he's saying, holding a ring and robe. He says it kind of weird, so I never knew that's what he was saying. But I didn't know this entire story was just the prodigal son story. I didn't know that, but that's what this whole song's about. So, prodigal son, Luke 15, verses 22 through 24, I think. This moron son goes off. He leaves with all his money. He goes and parties. And then he comes back home, and the father gives him his best robe, and he gives him a ring on his finger. So I thought this was just another little sweet Forrest Frank song talking about once we get to heaven, which is our home. But no, it's about the prodigal son coming home to his father. So that's what the ring and robe means. So going into all that, I already liked this song, but I love it even more now. And I mean, I'll hear you guys out, but no, I won't. This is a psalm. But what do you guys think? Just let me know anyway. If you've heard this song, then you will agree. Paul? What knocks it down to Paul, though? We got a whole different ranking going on in chat. People are just ranking states. Maybe I need to do a state ranking next. But how do I tie that into Christianity? Give home its own tier? Dude, I'm with that. It's a great song. All right, we only have a few more left, guys. All right, guys. You've all heard this next one. God's Got My Back. We are moving on to the singles category. We're done with all of his main albums. God's Got My Back. What do we think? All approved? Who is Frank? Was done with the lust a long time ago. I don't know what you just said. Psalm? Ryan, is that a football player in the background? Yes, that is a little Colts player. Indianapolis Colts. Good, mid. We're getting some mixed reviews here. Mixed reviews on God's Got My Back. I'm surprised that you haven't heard this one. Let me tell you my notes. Before I give my opinion, I want to say I do understand this came from a place of grief from Forrest, and it was one of the most traumatic things he experienced. If you don't know, he broke his back and then wrote this song. He broke his back skateboarding. He genuinely did not know if he was going to be able to stand normally for the rest of his life. He didn't know if he was going to be able to pick up his kid again. To get personal, I know we got a lot of jokes going on in chat, but I'm gonna get personal with you. I'm gonna get down in the what's the word? In the trenches with you guys. I'm gonna get personal. A few months ago, my father was diagnosed with lymphoma. It's a type of blood cancer, and the chemo so far is doing really good. The chemo's treating the cancer well. However, his spine during that period kept getting worse and worse, and today, for a couple months now, he hasn't had any feeling waist down. So right now he's learning how to live life with a wheelchair. Very sad. I wanted to tell you all that because I want you to be praying for that. Your prayers are powerful. I need your guys' prayers. He needs your prayers. but I also understand this song more. I honestly, before all that happened, I thought this song was a little bit cringe. But then this whole ordeal happened, and I'm like, oh, I was really judgmental for thinking that way. I was really judgmental for assuming that Forrest was just making this song for money. I didn't really think that, but a lot of people do say that. But no, he was making it was another testimony about his life experiences, about what he was dealing with, and he just used it to try to reach people. So I wanted to tell you guys that. So this song is very comforting in times of despair. And it does have lots of biblical backing. But it does get a bit repetitive, and it's not the most clever use of lyrics he's had. I get it. He was in bed. He was bedridden. I think it's an okay song overall. I really like it. Theologically, I think it's pretty middle of the road. Theologically okay. We're going to throw it there. We're going to move on. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ugh. Ugh. What do you guys think of this one? No Old Spice? It's funny you say that. Top. Someone said youth group 100%. I love that. I love that opinion. A lot of youth groups in the chat. All right. A lot of people are saying it's top too. I'm going to give my opinions. I'm going to tell you guys my notes. So let me start with saying I do vibe with the song a little bit. I do a little shimmy when I hear the song, but it's cringe. This is a cringy song. This is 100% youth group tier. There's no way it's not. And listen, Forrest says, this line is crazy. The love of God got me clean, no Old Spice. What? He for real said no Old Spice in a Christian song. That's what he said. He said no Old Spice. He yeeted the bottle. Also, by the way, guys, don't use Old Spice. By the way, I'm ruining any chance of getting sponsored by Old Spice, but don't use it. It's a terrible brand. It's bad for your skin. Anyway, but the line makes no sense. Why? I mean, it makes sense. God has you cleaned spiritually. He's cleansed your sins, but it feels forced. That's a cringy lyric. That's a cringy lyric. Also, I hate Old Spice. Then the chorus says, life gave me lemons, but my Jesus, he be making lemonade. What the heck does that mean, brother? What does that mean? What really makes me angry is that out of all of Forrest's songs, this is the one that reached #1 on the iTunes charts. It reached #1 on all songs. All songs. What? It surpassed anything that you can think of on iTunes charts. This one, out of all of them, are you kidding me? Needs a Bible study because lemonade didn't exist when Jesus was walking earth? How do you know? How do you know lemonade didn't exist? Lemonade's pretty easy to make. I'm sure they figured that out. But, I mean, why does that matter? Why does that matter? I don't want to talk about this song anymore. I don't want to. I'm sick of it. Needs a Bible study. It is very much youth group theology, but I don't even think it deserves to be up there. It needs a Bible study. Sorry, guys. I think most of you can agree with that. Bad metaphor. It's just it's a weird metaphor to pick. All right, next up. The Rock. Ooh, this one's solid. This one is pretty solid. Also, it features Crowder, so it's automatically a banger. I might be unk for saying that. I don't know if the younger generation knows Crowder. But if you've heard this, it is a certified banger. So it's basically the gist of it, the theme of it is talking about how Jesus is the rock that we're supposed to stand on. He says, Rock of Jesus, God of Judah, let me restart. He says, Rock of Jesus, God of Judah, that's not Allah, Baal, or Buddha. Ooh, sheesh. He's cooking the false gods. I like that. I like that a lot. And then he says, every knee gonna hit the pavement. That's on me like Sling on David. Sheesh. Oh, he's cooking. Oh, he's putting him in a body bag. Forrest, stop. It's too much. Not to mention the instrumentals in this song are fantastic. I'm not even gonna get into Crowder's part because I want all of you nephews to understand that. I want you to witness that firsthand. Go listen to that song after this stream. I know you youngins don't know much about Crowder, but this was also the name of my youth group growing up was called The Rock, like The Rock Youth Group. That's pretty cool. So I'm a little biased, but I will say, I think Paul would most definitely hit the worship sway to this song. He would definitely be doing this number when hearing the song. So we're going to put that in Paul approved. All right, next up, we have two more. Jesus is coming back soon. Ooh. Let me tell you guys, Josiah and Forrest are definitely right now, they're my favorite two artists for the past 2 years. Not even close. They've been my favorite artists. It looks like you guys are loving it in chat. You're saying Psalm or Paul approved. But I will say, this song is just all right. It's just all right. I just want to be honest. And it's not theologically bad. It's not theologically youth group-ish. No, I don't think that. Well, I'm just talking from a music standpoint. This song's kind of mid. I love both of these artists individually, but I don't care for this song. Now, I will say it's a very good song for frolicking with friends on the beach, maybe even giving a little gallop, maybe a light gallop on the beach with your friends. But other than that, I don't think I'd listen to it just vibing in the car. It's good theologically though, pretty basic, pretty repetitive. Gotta give it Paul approved. Maybe theologically okay. I don't know. What are we thinking? It's Paul approved. It's not. Yeah, sure. Yeah, why not? It's an okay song. Bros in Indiana talking about the beach. Bro, we have beaches. You never heard of Indiana Beach, brother? You never been to Gary, Indiana? We have beaches. Also, I've been to beaches, bro. What do you mean? Yes, I'm in landlocked Indiana, but that doesn't mean I can't travel. Hello? We got the dunes. That's right. Oh, our one national park that we hold near and dear to our heart. Guys, our last song on the tier list. Thankful. This is a pretty new one. Came out on Thanksgiving, I believe. What do we think? Psalm? You guys are giving way too many Psalms. I don't understand. repetitive. All right, I'm gonna give my notes on this final song. It's not a psalm. You guys are crazy. You guys are crazy for calling it a psalm. But this song is just a list of things that Forrest is grateful for. Okay, cool. That's all right. Cool concept. All right execution. He says, one of his lines is literally, I have lights and a fan. That's how it goes. I have lights and a fan. Are fans really high enough on your list of priorities to mention in this song? I mean, I get it. I struggle to sleep without one just as much as the next guy. But I don't think a fan should be high enough on priority lists to put with this other stuff that he's mentioning. I don't like it. I don't like it. I get it. It's the little things too. You got to be thankful for the little things. But when we're going around the Thanksgiving circle table, I'm not talking about fans. Like we're each naming what we're thankful for. I'm not. Anyway, move on. He says, a couple people know who I am. He's thankful for that. He's thankful for a couple people who know who he is. A couple? A couple of people? You think? You passed Drake for monthly listeners on YouTube. I understand he wants to be humble, but this line is just silly. That's like me with 40,000 subscribers telling my brother, who is trying very hard to break into the YouTube game, he's a very good YouTuber, he just hasn't had a breakout video yet. That's like me telling him, I got a couple subs, I'm thankful for a couple subs. Bro, that's rude. Forrest just egoed us. He just egoed all of us. Those are my main takeaways from this song. I know he didn't mean it like that also. That's just a joke. I'm going to have to put it theologically okay. So this is the final tier list ranking. I will let you guys marinate on this. I'm going to go pee, but I'll leave this screen up while I go pee. Go. Oh! Hello. Sorry, my mom stopped by and dropped something off. So I took a little longer to pee. Oh. Y'all been getting along in chat? Ranking states? Dang, I finished that whole pint of Diet Coke. I need more. It wasn't enough. It's never enough. All right, let's go back. Hopefully you all are done looking at that. But that was fun. That was rather enjoyable. Why are we arguing if Pluto should be a planet or not? Are we serious? This is what my chat has come to? Guys, look, I'm Forrest Frank. I have money. I'm kidding. I need to quit joking like that. He's gonna get on to me. I really like Forrest Frank. No, I do actually. Let's do some live Minecraft building. You know, I could hop on to craft. I'm not totally against that. Let's see. Also, I think you guys can access that that tier list if you want to make your own. You want to rank your own Forrest Frank songs. But wait, what the heck? Why did my chat disappear? I did not close it. Oh, I did close it, my bad. Give me a sec, I gotta pull chat back up. Start a Minecraft server? No. Rank Christian athletes? Rank them on what? On how Christian they are? Seems a little judgmental. No, I could rank them off vibes. Steph Curry? Bad vibes. He supports BlackRock. He thinks people should have to pay thousands of dollars to rent houses. But he has aura on the basketball court. So, does that make up for it? Why not? Fernando Mendoza, S tier, no bias. Yeah, that boy, they're really getting it done. They're really getting it done in Indiana. Rank Christian Minecraft YouTubers. Bro, there's like 4 probably. Yeah, that'd be a quick ranking. I don't even know if I want to play Minecraft right now. I could show you guys my base. I want to do that. I'll show you guys my base. It's a private realm. We've been playing a little bit. Me, Kyle, and a couple of friends. But I also want Ryan Trahan is a goat. But is Ryan Trahan, so he's a Christian for sure. Is he considered a Christian YouTuber? He's a YouTuber that is a Christian, but I don't think that makes you a Christian YouTuber. Like, I'm a Christian YouTuber. Bryce Crawford's a Christian YouTuber. George Janko's a Christian YouTuber. But Ryan Trahan is just a YouTuber that is also a Christian because he doesn't make Christian content. So I don't think I want to rank people like that. He has great vibes though. If you haven't already, here is my podcast link. you should absolutely check it out. Subscribe to it. I need to try to pin that. Maybe. If this loads. It's not letting me pin it. That's not a big deal. You guys saw it. Actually, maybe only YouTube saw it. Yeah, only YouTube saw it. Sorry, Twitch. Here you go. Go sub to that. Let me show you my Minecraft base. Because I'm subconscious and want all of your opinions. I have to pull it up. Oh, whoops. All right. Ooh. Wildcat and Grant Thorne are playing. Oh, I just name dropped. You guys aren't supposed to know Grant. He's not been in a video. But Wildcat is Kyle. Chat. So let me tell you what I was going for. Let me clear my inventory a little bit. You heard nothing, yes. You probably wouldn't care, but you know him now? No, you don't. You have no idea who I'm talking about. Brother. My copper golem is getting a little oxidized. Let me fix you up, buddy. There you go. So this is the crib. Let me show you the outside. Also, do you guys like the shaders? I think they're very nice. It's a little like 80s styled house. Just a small thing. I usually don't make bases this small. You guys are saying W, very nice. Stop glazing me. Tell me your honest opinions. This is my living room. A little box TV, my couch. Fun lamps. I like designing these. Did not mean to break that. Fun lamps. They added a bunch of new paintings to Minecraft if you didn't know that. I made these curtains. Thought they're very nice. They were fun to make. Nice candles. They just added these shelves to Minecraft if you didn't know. I decided this while I was playing because I was in creative mode trying to figure out what I wanted to add to the house. And I'm like, what? What is that? Turns out they're shelves. Sky's the limit. You got an elytra? What? They fought the dragon without me. To be fair, I told them to. I definitely told them to do that because I didn't want to get on and deal with it. So this is my little dining table, if you couldn't tell. Kitchen. Side door. Like the copper floors. I do too. I think like it looks kind of gross, but like that kind of fits the vibe. Makes it vibey. Bro just got caught red-handed by 30 people watching. Gave himself rockets. That's wild. Well, did you look at all these paintings on my wall? My cat. I got a dried gas I need to use. What's this guy's problem? My bed. Hope you guys like it. Then they said they have a gunpowder farm. That's crazy work. This is my bathroom. Toilet, or not toilet. Bath, toilet, stinky poo-poo. Someone didn't flush. Sink. You saw the furnace or the pay for the realm. I do what I want. It's fair. Chest room, you guys already saw that. Now down here, there's 2 ways to get down here, but that's one way. This is the fun, realistic way. This is the cellar. I'm gonna read chat before I show you this. No, this is a different server. This is a different realm. This is my basement. I have a super smelter. Pretty simple stuff, actually. It took me like 15 minutes to build, probably. Well, I had to get the stuff, but the railing is a little annoying to get. My little crafting corner. How many ounces is that water bottle? What are you talking about? Oh, talking about this. My Fortnite chug jug. It is half a gallon. That'd be 64 ounces, I think. Yeah, 64 ounces. Thank you, AC Royals. I appreciate that. I got the nether portal here down the basement. Got my cozy little wood stove to keep it warm. Enchanting corner. My potion corner. This is my whiskey corner. Keep all my alcohol in here. And I need to fill in this room still, make it look prettier, but then outside is my farm, my small farm. I wanted to keep it pretty tame with the farm. Just a few cows and sheep. I already mass bred them enough to get all the leather I needed, so. Yeah, the portal with shaders looks pretty great, I will say. Among Us, but I have to follow the 10 Commandments? Bro, Among Us was dead 4 years ago. 5 years ago. But it would be fun to play with some friends, actually. We'll see. It'd be impossible. I wouldn't be able to lie. You know, that might be a thing I'll do. That might be a thing. All right. Kyle wants us to see his house. Y'all ready for this? Well, I'll show you that in a sec. But oh, look at this! They added a little pathway. I guess Kyle added this pathway. Hey, punk. I'm gonna put my headphones in. Ow! Whoa! Oh, I thought Kyle hit me. Whoops. We'll have to cover that up. Or he sees that. He's probably watching the stream. Hey! Sorry, Kyle. He added a pond. Stole one. Kyle. Kyle. No! 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 No, I didn't try to kill it. There we go. Okay. Let's put you back in here, little buddy. This is sweet. Last time I was on, he didn't have this. This looks pretty nice. That's our beacon. We already fought the wither. This is Kyle's house. Pretty mid, right? I'm just kidding. Kyle needs to add some detail to his house. That's what I was telling him. It looks very nice on the outside, but he's got no pots or plants. None of that. Look, this room doesn't have anything. Come on, Lance. Ryan, I'm making a big floating island. I'm gonna make a post about it. Could you rank it? I could, if you guys wanted, maybe we could do a, like, me ranking your Minecraft bases video. Ranking your Christian Minecraft bases? That's such a stupid title, but it'd be kind of funny. You guys can make your best biblical builds. This cow's farm. Pretty neat. I really do. His pond looks very good with shaders. Let's see without shaders. Ugh. Oh, no. I bet he didn't want me to see that. No, it doesn't look bad. It just, shaders makes everything look so good. No, this is not the world that my commentary videos are on. That's a solo world. Because I know this server is going to be dead in probably 3 days, so I don't want to film my commentaries on that and then just be alone on a commentary world. This song is gas, bro. I should have my headphones on this whole time. Yeah, you guys, someone said they're going to make an arc. You have to make an arc. You can make a... You can make an arc. You can make a castle. Not a castle. I meant a palace. Pharaoh's palace. You could make... This is my farm, by the way. Sweet little farm. Nothing crazy. I have a bee farm. I love bees. Love honey. A lot of honey. And then we've kind of ransacked this village. I built this builder hall, or the villager hall, to keep our slaves in. You see, if you put honey blocks down, they can't jump, so I don't have to like place a block over them. So they're a little less claustrophobic with this. So I'm still working on this. Got feather falling, density, power 5. Working on getting a bunch of enchantments, and this is the breeding chamber. But we don't need to look at that any longer. Y'all been grinding? We grinded quite a bit like 2 weeks ago. I haven't been on a lot recently, but I hate my caps lock. My caps lock is my third person, so I always accidentally go into caps lock when I go into third person. PETA is on me. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I was on a week-long Minecraft phase. It's probably like it was more like 4 days. I did this in 4 days and then kind of quit. Don't put the breeding chamber on YouTube. Yeah, is that against Twitch TOS? Oh, I hear baby zombie. Don't like them. Casey Rose, what poll are you talking about? Am I making a Fortnite video? I'm confused. Where are they at? Oh. And that is Billy's house. You guys, I don't think Billy's been in any videos. He was briefly in my group chats video I made like a year ago. So if you're a real one and you've watched that, then you might recognize Billy as my Chinese friend that was adopted here in America. Let's go visit his house. Yeah, I think it was an old poll. Yes, my audio got corrupted. Not fun. Billy's house is nice. I think he updated. He definitely updated it since last time I was on. Dang, son. Pretty neat little lake house. Floating lake house. Would Jesus eat McDonald's in our time? Probably not. I mean, he might, maybe once in a while. Live Bed Wars with the mod? I don't know, bro. I don't got a lot left in me. My voice is already shot. I'm just showing y'all the world real quick. This is the iron farm I made. Holy smokes. You guys need to make iron farms. Trust me, it is a great investment. It's like one of my favorite builds too. It's a little like warehouse quarry-ish type of build. So that's the server. Not much else. Apparently they beat the dragon probably today. I assume they just said that. This is my single player. That's in the videos. Oh, spoilers. I built a new iron farm in this world too. During my last, or my video that comes out tomorrow is when I built this. What? He is not supposed to be out. So this problem keeps happening where they're getting out of, I don't know how they're spawning outside of that little area. They're not supposed to. And then it just doesn't work. This is my other world. It's the iron farmer in the other world. My solo world. But I don't know if I need to like fill in all this space in the chunk or what. But if anyone has, I think you have to mob proof it. I don't think you do. No. Because on the other world you don't have to. I wonder if it's because this block is a lower level, if that's why it's doing it. I'm open to suggestions. Any of you know what I need to do to fix this? I'm guessing this is what it is. But I could be mistaken. No, it's not the new update because I built these like back to back. Like I just built both of them. And the other one's working good. Like most of the time they do spawn in here, but every once in a while one spawns out there and then it just doesn't work because only one can spawn at a time. But I mean, we're cooking. We have enough iron. Can't be too greedy. This is my little chest house. You guys seen the commentary videos? I built that. My mine. I'm gonna make a new house. That's just my starter house over there. There's my mine. I was thinking about rebuilding the house that I have on the multiplayer server. That the smaller 80s styled house. I really like that one. I love all the detail that I added to it. But yeah, this has pretty much nothing in it. My farm. Still my Christmas ornaments up. Need to take them down. But yeah, that's me. So my 2 Minecraft worlds right now. Ugh. Am I gonna watch the funny Christian shorts? So I really didn't get enough submitted to make a whole stream on that. Or a whole video. I think we had 21 submitted, which, I mean, I would fly through those very quickly. But, I mean, I still might eventually do it. I don't know. I'm tomorrow is my video that is promoting how bad doom scrolling is. So I was thinking, like, should I even be making a video reacting to TikToks and short form content? I don't know. I've been wrestling with that a little bit. Is that hypocritical? What do you guys think? Andrew, that's awesome. I'm glad to hear it. You guys are saying it's not hypocritical. I guess in that video I could still just completely dog on doom scrolling on the reacts video, but I don't know. Either way, there's not enough. I don't think it'll make me fall back into doom scrolling, but is it sending a good message? I don't know. Because my whole thing, I talk about it in this doom scrolling video. I've gotten many comments that ask, is it okay if I doom scroll if it's Christian content? And I have a whole point saying, no, it's still completely ruining your attention span and your emotions. Even if you learn something you didn't know, out of 60 TikToks you watch, if you learn 3 things, that's not worth it. That's not worth your time or your dopamine receptors. I don't think you should make exceptions if it's Christian content. This is mad chill. No. Doom scrolling ruins your imagination, bro. So I've been off it for coming up on a month, probably. No, not quite. But I've been really good about, like, I haven't scrolled in weeks. And I will tell you, when your attention span goes back to normal, your dopamine receptors go back to normal, you do genuinely feel like you feel more present. You feel more still, like in real life. It's awesome. It's weird, and you're not gonna believe me unless you try it. But I'm not over exaggerating one bit. It's a real thing. It's almost like we're not supposed to be scrolling social media for 2 hours a day. And 2 hours is a lot less than most people. Hope you all enjoy that video tomorrow. And I hope it actually helps you guys kick that addiction if you struggle with it. I don't want you to just watch me for entertainment. I want to actually do some good here. I want to make jokes. I want to make fun of Forrest Frank, but I want to bring light to you guys. I do still watch long form content, yes. Because it's not the same thing, not at all. And it can still be an addiction. Like when I was addicted to doom scrolling, if I was in a place where I couldn't scroll, like if I was in the shower, if I was on a long car ride, I would throw on long form content instead, just to still have something playing. And that's still not good. Like, it's better than scrolling, but the fact that I had to always have noise in the background is so bad. But like right now, if I see a YouTube video get posted that I'm interested in, I'm gonna watch it. I'm not gonna quit watching YouTube. I mean, it's the same as watching TV or a movie. That's not bad for you necessarily unless you do too much of it. And YouTube is quite literally, as we speak, being ruined by long or short form content. Like their search engines and the way that long form creators get promoted is completely being ruined right now. And it's getting worse and worse every update. So they really need to just make a separate app, YouTube Shorts. I'm so sick of shorts, man. Yeah, like you say, watch dishes. You have to play a video while washing dishes. That's an exact instance that I was doing it in. And I'll still like usually play music while washing dishes, but not always. Like I'm more present. Like literally washing dishes in the past 2 or 3 weeks has become more enjoyable just because I quit scrolling. I am not over exaggerating. Y'all gotta try it. Don't just talk about how much you hate scrolling and then don't change it. Welcome, Felden Tin Son. New Twitch follower. My screen time went from like 5 hours a day a month ago to it's been 2 hours a day the past couple weeks, which still isn't good, but still not good by any means. But that's mainly just coming from me texting people back and me playing music, which is awesome. A little bit of Clash of Clans in there, like 15 minutes of Clash of Clans in there. Malcolm? Yeah, Malcolm Milo. Long name, but I appreciate that. I'm glad you're here. Welcome. Tell me your guys' screen times. Let's see who has the highest screen time in chat. And don't feel ashamed. We need to build each other up. You're never going to knock this phone addiction unless you admit it to your fellow brethren. Hot take, Clash of Clans is terrible? Yeah, I think that's a hot take. It's a hot dookie take. Why would you say something so immature? I bet you play Clash Royale. Four hours, 27 minutes. Yeah, I think that's just about what mine hovered around for years, the past several years. Kyle, insert that screen time, buddy. Let the people know. Builders of the Republic said 2 hours. Impressive. I feel like if you're in school, it's even worse. Maybe not. I guess you shouldn't really. But like in study hall, I would never actually do work. I would just scroll. But don't use that as an excuse. Don't be like me. I was bad. Ryan, don't diss my dad. What'd your dad do? Who's your dad? Oh, is he? He's a Clash Royale. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, sorry. Clash Royale is the YouTube Shorts of Clash of Clans. I'm sorry. That's just facts. Like 2 hours to 5 hours, sadly. That's a big range. Worst was 22 hours and 45 minutes? What do you mean? How do you even do that? How do you average that? Or is that like one day? Still, one day, that's crazy. Sorry, I'm not supposed to shame you. That's almost, your phone was almost on for 24 hours, brother. Someone said 9 hours, 39 minutes. I think they take the cake right now. 3 hours, 5 hours, 32 minutes. Kyle's was 6 hours and 9 minutes. All right, now that we know, we can work as a team to bring those numbers down, all right? Thank you guys for the transparency in chat. Now, what are you going to do to cut that screen time down? That's the follow-up question. Dang, Casey Royals? An hour and 16 minutes? Impressive. And Chloe in chat says an hour and 9 minutes. Oh, you just said today. I thought you meant average. What's your average? It still might be around that, but. Andrew, thank you for that message. That means a lot. I agree. Don't take time for granted. That's what Andrew wants to leave us with. He also has the average screen time of 5 hours. So he has experience. He realizes he is wasting his time. Read the Bible. That's a good thing to replace it with. Not watch Jurassic World Dominion, even though it's the best movie. Dude, if you're replacing your phone time with Jurassic World Dominion time, you might as well just stay on the phone. That movie is terrible. Read more. That's good. So what are you guys gonna do? We need more things. Because if you average 5 hours of screen time and you say you're gonna replace it with Bible reading time, are you really gonna read for 5 hours a day? Are you gonna read for 3 hours a day? Probably not. So we need more stuff. Let's brainstorm. What are you guys gonna do? Among Us 10 Commandments now. I'm not a dog. You can't just command me to make a video. I like the Dinosaur Nuggets guy. He's funny. Peak name. Guys, I got a new chair for Christmas too. It leans back like this. Let me show you it. You probably already seen it. You gonna go outside? Play soccer? How are you gonna do that in the cold winter months? You might live in Florida and then it's pretty easy. Pretty classy chair, huh? Love this thing. But like I couldn't go play soccer right now. It's 18 degrees outside. But I can go to the gym. I could go play basketball. It's basketball season right now. Watch me for 10 hours straight straight on my TV instead of being on my phone for 10 hours? No, don't. I don't have enough content for you to watch me 10 hours straight, first off. Second off, don't do that. I am a waste of your time if you're going to do that. Do I have the power to ban people? Yes. Don't try anything too funny. Okay, Dino Nugget, everything positive about you I just said, about you being funny, you just called basketball mid? What is wrong with you? I'm actually working on a basketball video right now. So, I mean, some of my subs will enjoy it. It's actually, like, all of you could enjoy it. It's kind of a skit. But Dinosaur Nuggets probably isn't going to click on it. Football video in the future? Probably not. I don't even have a quarter of the passion for football that I do for basketball. I do regret not playing football in high school. I think I should have tried, but... Should you go to church in Roblox? I did that already, bro. Check out the vid. How do I rank tennis? I played tennis for like a week my junior year and then I quit. If that tells you anything. Wii tennis though, Wii Sports tennis is really fun. Ugh. Chat, it's getting late. I'm surprised my little lantern stayed on. It usually dies pretty quick, but maybe it has more juice than I thought. Maybe I've just never charged it enough. I'd love to make another Wii Sports video. I just don't know. You guys can help me think of a Christian idea. Because I already did one idea where I made me biblical characters for every sport. But how else would I make a Wii Sports video with Christianity? Let me brainstorm real quick. What time is it for me? 9:34 p.m. Oh, by the way, this lantern changes colors. It's pretty cool. Forgot to show that off. Because Minecraft actually has blue lanterns too. Like that. And then it also has... I think it has green ones? I think it does. I'll keep it on blue for now. Blue looks aura, dude. That is aura. Wii Sports, but I can't break the 10 Commandments? But how? I don't know, maybe. I'll throw that in the idea bank. I don't know why I haven't thought of that before, but like specifically for each sport, you'd have to think of something. I don't know. Isaac, see you later. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, go to school tomorrow. Go get your degree. Green? You want green? I don't know. The green looks cooler in person. I would say the lighting makes it look a little mid back there. So I'm gonna keep it on blue. Maybe. Sermons while playing Wii Sports. Here's a lesson for all of my wannabe content creators. When you think of an idea, you have to make it, most important thing, into a title and a thumbnail. And sermons while playing Wii Sports, how would I package that into a title and thumbnail? I'm not trying to be rude, like, Genuinely, do you know a way I could do that? I don't, that's a tough thing to do. Isaac, you better not be an IU fan. You better not. Go Miami. Infinite Craft? What's Infinite Craft? Don't use AI. I've used AI for... I used it to help me with one thumbnail that I didn't even release. I didn't even make that video. I use it to help me with titles, I will say. Like, I use it to pick the best title for YouTube algorithm. I tried preaching to Wii Sports NPCs. It's not bad. That has a good comedy aspect with it. How old do I believe the Earth is? Honestly, I don't know. Is it literally 6,000 years old? That's hard to believe, but I definitely think it could. It could be. But I mean, like, if you don't think that it's 6,000 years old, I don't think you're against the Bible. Like, each day could have been millions of years, and God just didn't, or Moses, when he wrote Genesis, didn't word it like that, because time was just different back then. But I don't know. Or God could have created Earth with it have been aged. I don't know. That theory has some flaws. Spreading the gospel in Among Us. Do people still post Among Us videos? A lot of you guys have been talking about Among Us. I feel like I haven't seen an Among Us video in 5 years. Yeah, I know Kyle will play Among Us. He'd probably be imposter every time. I feel like I could definitely, like, there's a lot of years that, like, new game after new game comes out and it's huge trend, lots of fun, everyone's playing it. I feel like recently there hasn't been a lot of that I could make into biblical challenges. Like, Peak came out a few months ago. We did actually record a Peak video, but it just wasn't long enough. There wasn't enough funny moments. But like, just games like that pop off really quick. I'm waiting. I'm itching for the next one that pops off. Might have to run Peak again. But is Peak already dead? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I assume it's still getting good views, but Peak, but I can't break the 10 Commandments. But it's such a straightforward game that it's hard to think of 10 different rules I can't do. I don't know. Can't eat someone else. Yeah, I think that's in the Bible somewhere. Yeah, I've seen the old, or not, the Jesus times game that has been in the works for years. Gate X or something. That's not what it is. Something like that. Gate 0X. I forget what it's called. But it looks beautiful. They've been working on it forever. Well, chat, I think I'm gonna end it here. Almost been 3 hours. Wow. I appreciate all of you joining me and participating. Before y'all leave, I'd like to pray over y'all. Fortnite burger. All right, I'm gonna pray. Dear Lord, thank you for this chat. Thank you for every single person that is here now and that was here earlier at one point. I pray blessing over their lives. I pray safety over their lives and their families. I pray that they don't just watch these streams and that I'm not just a little jester that they can laugh at, but that I can lead them a little closer to Christ, even if it's just an inch closer than before. God, I pray that I said something fruitful during conversation today. Pray for Forrest Frank and his ministry, that you are working through him. I pray for all the people who have hardened hearts towards Forrest Frank, and I pray that they would be able to understand more. And I pray that we use more discernment for Christian influencers and celebrities, that we don't always automatically give in to them and what they say and everything that they believe, but we do use discernment and can test their spirits and know if they are genuine or not. I pray we can also do that with Forrest, but it seems that you are putting him in a big place to impact this generation, and I pray that you continue to use him, continue to humble him. Lord, I thank you once again for everyone here. I pray over all of their little and big struggles they're going through. Just be with them, help them have a great day, and to quit doom scrolling. Lord, you are so very good. Thank you for Jesus Christ, who died on the cross to save us from our sins. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Love you guys. You have a fantastic one. And remember, 10 a.m. tomorrow, EST. The doom scrolling video is dropping. See you later.